Hello and hi, Seven Sense Aptitude, and I, Vinod Prabhu, welcome you to another set of idioms and phrases in this particular video. In this video, we are going to look at idioms and phrases which have I as a common word in that idiom. So, like always, we are going to look at idioms. We are going to look at a story of an idiom, some of them being actual, some of them just to help us in memorizing what those idioms mean. We're going to see them being used in a sentence, then we are going to learn the meaning. Doing this will help us remember those idioms very, very well. But the follow up is equally important. You need to read the newspaper, read novels, watch movies, and whenever you encounter these idioms or any idiom that you do not know the meaning of, we would want you to refer some document. We have to refer online and see what those idioms mean, and then use those idioms as you talk. That is the only way this section is going to be very, very easy for you. Let us look at this idiom. Turn a blind eye. There was the commander in chief, rather the main boss of a navy called Hyde Parker, and there was a general under him called as Nelson. Now, when they were in battle, the main boss sent some signals over to Nelson, and these signals were in the form of flags. Nelson's assistant told him that he had to see the signals, but Nelson didn't want to stop the battle. So Nelson looked at the signal with, those one eye binoculars. He had one blind eye. He looked at the signals with the blind eye only, and told his assistant that he could not see any signals, and he went ahead and won the battle. So he looked at the signals with a blind eye. He knew his eye was blind, and he said, I'm seeing and I can't see any signal, and went ahead. So this, he turned a blind eye to this signal. Okay, so there are some signals, he turned a blind eye to these signals. So that becomes the source of this idiom. Let me use it again. When the company suggested an alternative, so there is a vendor which suggested an alternative to the client just turned, this should be blind, so the client turned a blind eye to it. What is the meaning? The meaning is to ignore something. The meaning is to deliberately ignore something, and we've seen the background story for turning a blind eye. Let's look at a few more idioms on eyes. Apple of someone's eye. The way I remember this idiom is, let us say, in a typical family, of the fruits that we have at home to eat, what is the fruit that is generally the most expensive? We have bananas, we have grapes, we have oranges, we have pineapple. Generally, at least in our home, or in a typical home, it would be apples, the Fuji apple or the Gala apples. They're very expensive. And because they're very expensive, generally they are never wasted. You might see a banana or two getting spoiled, but generally the apple, because it is so expensive, extra care is taken. So this is how I would remember this idiom. Apple of someone's eye. The daughter was a phenomenalist, very, okay, instead of using very good, we say phenomenal also. Daughter was a phenomenal musician and was the apple of her mother's eye. She was phenomenal. And what do you think this mean? Apple of her mother's eye would mean the favorite. Okay, the favorite, or someone whom you take a lot of care of. The meaning is those are closest to us. Okay, it could be a person, it could be an object. The car could be someone's apple of someone's eye, and so on. Okay, remember, apple of someone's eye. Bird's eye view. Now imagine a bird that is soaring. Okay, soaring again, flying high in the sky. Do you think you can see more, or the bird can have a wider view? Who has a wider view? It is the bird. It is similar to what you can see when you are in an aeroplane. You can see a large part of the earth, right, compared to when you are on the ground. So bird's eye view, this is the clue. Imagine a bird flying, and remember how much the bird can see. The data provided a bird's eye view of the performance of the political parties. Generally, performance of the political parties you can't analyze. So how can you analyze performance of political parties? If there is some data that shows either their vote count or the number of MPs they have, the schemes that they brought out, if there is some data, you will get a better understanding of how they are performing. to see a wide area, right? So that is the meaning, to see something more. So what it means is you can see a situation from a wider perspective. Instead of just looking at a problem and tackling it day to day, you see from far and see that how can this problem be effectively tackled. That is what it means. See a situation from a wider perspective, a newer perspective. Let's look at a few more. Get a black eye. Let us say you're in a boxing match and you are a very poor boxer, and the other person is a good boxer, and he's going to punch you in the face. And what happens when you are punched near the eye? What happens to the eye? Does the eye remain as it is? Does it retain its color? No, it turns black, right? So it turns black uh, in a fight. So let us see if it is clear through this example. When the robbers tried to snatch her purse, so there are many robbers and this purse holder is alone, but you don't expect her to fight back, but she did. She gave them a black eye. There was a struggle and she gave them a black eye. So what does this mean? So it's not a boxing match, but she gave them a black eye. So literally you remember this as a bruise near the eye. She gave them a black eye, meaning she defeated them. When you get a black eye, it means you are defeated. If you are getting a black eye, you are hit near the eye, you are defeated. If you are giving someone a black eye, you are defeating them. Let us say have eyes in the back of one's head. Assume your friend can see like normal human beings, only with eyes only in the front. You have one eye in the front and one eye behind your head. So who can see more? Of course, the person who has one eye in the front and one eye behind. So that is how I remember. Have eyes in the back of one's head, meaning no one can attack them, no one can cheat them because you can see more. The person who is looking only in the front, has both eyes in the front, can be cheated by someone behind him. They can be robbed by someone behind him. But someone who can see in both the directions at once, it's difficult to defeat them. That is how I would remember this idiom. The kid could not do any mischief. His mom had eyes in the back of her head. Doesn't mean she had actually an abnormality with an eye behind her. It means the kid, the woman, the kid's mother would observe the kid, would observe whatever he or she did, the mother would observe. So you are able to see what is going on. There is a typo here. Be able is wrong. Okay, it should be able. It should just be this. So you are able to see. You are able to see what is going on. This can be frustrating. See, the advantage of having eyes in the back of one's head is others do not know that you are observing them, but you are being observed. They are noticed. So that is the advantage. So you've seen these 5 idioms on eyes. You've seen turn a blind eye to, which is to ignore, and this was the Nelson's story. Okay, blind eye. We say to ignore. Then he looked at apple of one side, which was someone being someone's favorite, an object or a person being someone's favorite. Then you looked at bird's eye view, which is to get a wider view or look at a problem from a different angle, a different perspective. Then you said black eye. If you're giving someone a black eye, you are defeating them. If you're getting a black eye, you are getting defeated. So it is a temporary defeat. And then we looked at eyes at the back of one's head, which is the ability to eyes at the back of one's head, which is the ability to observe, and someone who doesn't know they're being observed or being is being observed by you, or people are being observed by you. That is what this means. So we looked at 5 idioms on let's say in this group called I. And if you like this video and these idioms are clear, the approach is clear. Idiom, story, see where it is used, and then you'll get to know the example. The story explains, the sentence gives you another example of where it is being used, and then you can remember the meaning. Follow this, read newspapers, read the book, and then you will be able to solve idioms. So if you liked our approach, you like the explanation, please click on the thumbs up sign, share this video with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell icon. And if you need more practice, please visit our website 7senstalent.com. You can sign up and log in there, and you can practice. A lot of free courses, free tests are available. Please do take some time out and practice some more. Thank you so much for your time. As always, you've been a wonderful audience. If you need any more help, please enter in the comment section below, and that will be considered, and we will address those comments as well in the future. Thank you so much for your time. Have a lovely day.